This video is sure to ruffle some feathers, and I don't care. Okay, I'm just sharing with you the message and the knowledge and the revelation that was given to me. Okay, so I'm just passing on the info. If you have a problem with anything I say in this video, take it up with my manager, take it up with God, talk to Spirit, talk to God. I'm just a messenger. Okay, period, poo. So I don't want to hear it. I just don't. I don't. Okay, now before I get started with this message that may be a little confusing, I'm gonna try my best to make it make sense. If you would like to book a reading with me, if this is your first time ever seeing me, I'm an energy reader, tarot reader, oracle, mystic, medium, all the things. Okay, so if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can go down below to the description box and you will see the link that'll take you to my booking page, my Set More page, 111 on the timer, where you can look at all the services I offer. I don't just do tarot readings. I don't just do little things. I do spiritual warfare talks. I do energy cleansing. I do Akashic record readings. I do passed over loved one readings. I do all the things. Okay, so if you are interested in any of my services, down below in the description box, click that link. It'll take you to my booking page where you can see everything I offer and you can choose your weapon. If you are strapped on cash and you do want a reading, I do offer $10 holla readings. Those are $10 for 10 minutes, but best believe I can get a lot of information out in 10 minutes. So don't be discouraged thinking that, oh, it's only 10 minutes. No, no, baby. No, I'm her, okay? Also, if you'd like to tip or donate to me or this channel, I would greatly appreciate any tips or donations based on the situation that I am in. If you have been watching this channel for a while, you know the situation. If you have never seen me before, it's a whole dilly. I might drop the video overhead so you can take a look so I don't have to explain it, but any tips or donations would be greatly appreciated since I am basically any day away from possibly being homeless, also trying to help my homeless fiance and all these other things. The bus accident I got into 2 weeks ago that left me with this gnarly hematoma. My bookings went down ever since. Like this, it's just a whole conglomerate of shit. Okay, so if you like to tip or donate, I declare and decree that anything that you are guided to send returns back to you 100-fold. Ashe and amen. Now, I was in the bed the other day. I believe it was the 24th. For context, today is the 26th. Can you see it? Can you see it? Just for context. Okay, so about 2 days ago, I was in the bed preparing to go night-night, nigga. And Spirit gave me some revelations about them things. Okay, I was laying there and I just started thinking about Noah's Ark for some reason. And then 2 and 2 became 4, and 4 and 4 became 8, and 8 and 8 became 16. And I was sitting there reading everything that Spirit would tell me to write, like, hold up. But it correlates with some other videos that I have done. Okay, so 1, Noah's Ark could have been a metaphor for the supercontinent Pangea. Okay, and Pangea was Eden. I have a video that I did a few months ago explaining how Pangea is Eden. Okay, if you'd like to watch that video, you'd have to become a member of this channel. Okay, so if you'd like to become a member of this channel, there are 2 tiers available for you. Choose your weapon and you can get access to these deeper messages. These are not like tarot readings. These are channeled messages that I do in the members only videos. Okay, so if you are interested in those deeper videos, you're going to want to become a member of this channel. Okay, so Noah's Ark could have been a metaphor for the supercontinent Pangea, and Pangea was Eden. Okay, I'm gonna drop that link for that video overhead. Now, number 2, 2 of every animal were on the ark, right? Okay, well, every animal was on the supercontinent Pangea because all the continents were together. So every animal was on this giant landmass. There was no separation between, okay? Also, Adam named every animal while in Eden, further solidifying that Eden and Pangea were the same place. Okay? 3. The great flood that God sent to cleanse the earth could have been to separate Pangea, the continental divide. Okay? Now, Adam and Eve were also kicked out of Eden for gaining knowledge. Okay? I'm going to explain that in a second. 4. It actually, you know what? Also, with that Adam and Eve kicked out of Eden thing, I have another video. I'm going to drop the link over here that you can watch about the Adam and Eve deception and what it really meant with Adam and Eve getting kicked out of Eden, because it ties into Eden being Pangea. I'm telling you, some deep shit, y'all, okay? 4. It rained 40 days and 40 nights in the story of Noah's Ark, right? Which caused the flood, okay? In ancient times, the number 40 was often used in stories to mean a long, complete period of testing or trial. Now, Pangea/Eden was a test. It was a social experiment, okay, to see how Adam and Eve would listen, obey, etc., okay? Now, also, 40 plus 40 is 80. You drop those zeros. 8 is karmic justice. 8 is the karmic equalizer. And 8 is infinity. Okay? Don't forget, there's only 2 more days to enter this week's raffle. What raffle, you ask? Well, there's a raffle to win a 30-minute reading with yours truly. So if you like to get in on this raffle to win this 30-minute reading, all you got to do is send your dues to my Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo with your YouTube name and the word raffle, so I know who you are when you win. So $1 equals 2 tickets entered into the raffle, but you are more than welcome to purchase up to 10 tickets, so up to $5 worth of tickets, okay? You just choose your amount of tickets that you want and send those dues to my Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo so that you can enter the raffle. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe, enter the raffle, and don't miss the live on August 29th when I announce the winner of the raffle, okay? Back to the video. Infinity. Okay, which equals the knowledge of divine God reigning, not actual rain, but like rain. Get it? For infinity, the knowledge of divine God reigns for infinity and brings karmic justice and balance. That's what 40 days and 40 nights is, the rain. Okay? Now, to break it down a little further, nobody believed Noah when he said that God would flood the earth with rain, which equals no one believed that the knowledge of good and evil would be understood and the knowledge of divine God would reign on the earth as consciousness. That's what I'm talking about, what I'm saying, that Adam and Eve, Pangea and Eden, it was a social experiment, okay? That's what I'm talking about. They didn't believe that the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life would be understood by Adam and Eve. They expected the experiment to go where they would listen and obey and follow what God told them, but instead they rebelled and they found out the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life, and that was an issue. Let me continue. Okay? Noah built an ark big enough for 2 of every animal and creeping thing. Pangea was one giant continent where every animal and creeping thing lived, okay? The rain came and rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Pangea was a test, a social experiment meant to control. When the test was defeated, then came the reign of knowledge of divine God, of the tree of life, of the knowledge of good and evil, okay? That's because Adam and Eve ate of the fruit. Okay, that's because the fruit is not a literal fruit. It was them testing the spirit. It was them testing and going against the rules because of Eve's intuition, letting her know that something was wrong with what they were being told. Okay, and then they found the truth, which was an issue. The flood was sent by Bible God, artificial intelligence, the Matrix. okay, to cleanse the earth, which means that was when Pangea was separated so that the flood of knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life could not be easily shared between people, okay? The continental divide, the program, the matrix had to be changed to keep the knowledge from spreading. That's why the continental divide happened, okay? Adam and Eve, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, were kicked out of Eden. That's Pangea splitting. That's the continental divide. This is why Bible God, artificial intelligence, the matrix, destroyed the Tower of Babel in the Bible also, which the Tower of Babel also could have been a metaphor for Pangea. When Pangea was together, everyone would speak the same languages, okay? They would understand each other. The knowledge would be able to be spread easily from person to person. They were all in one place. One giant place, but one place. There is an easy travel, talk, get to know, okay? The Tower of Babel was destroyed to keep everyone from speaking the same language, to keep everyone from understanding each other. Pangea is Babel. Pangea is also Eden. Pangea's continental divide is the Tower of Babel falling, breaking apart, so no one could understand each other. That's why there's different cultures and different languages now. Okay? So, it's a book of metaphors. The Bible is a book of metaphors. And a lot of the metaphors are the same story, the same thing, just said a different way. Eden is Pangea. Pangea is Noah's Ark. Like, but that's literally the message. And I sat on it for a couple of days before I decided to give it, but Spirit was like, get a message. I'm like, you know what, fine. I'm just going to give it. And whoever understands it was meant to understand it. And whoever doesn't understand it, they're not meant to understand it. And again, whoever has a problem with it, I don't give a fuck. Talk to my manager. Talk to God. Talk to Spirit. Not me. I am just the messenger. And clearly, if this ain't hitting for you, the message ain't for you. Because you have not, Spirit, I'm just going to say it. Because you have not evolved spiritually into a place where you can understand the message. I am so sorry, but that is how it came to me to say it. You ain't spiritually mature enough to understand the message. Period. Pooh. But guys, that's all I got for you for this message right now. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles.